With the goal of continuing its strong showing this second half of the year in the Philippines, fast-growing international mobile maker TECNO recently introduced the Spark 6 series. It's a line of budget smartphones with 6 major upgrades that promises to be faster, bigger, and clearer than its previous iterations. Today, we have one of them, the most affordable of the bunch. Meet TECNO Spark 6 Go. But before we go to the unboxing, TECNO sent us this special packaging containing the device along with the representations of its upgrades. So hi, this is Peter of GIZGUIDEPH and let's check it out. Okay, this is a big box as you can see. So I will be unwrapping it now. So here it says that it's double the impact, more cameras and more, bigger than a piggy bank, fast 10 for fast speed, can't wait to answer. Maybe those are the representations of this TECNO Spark 6 series. So after removing the main packaging on top, we were greeted by these 4 boxes. It's a very neat type of packaging. This is actually a unique type of packaging that I don't normally see on other smartphone makers. Just note that this is just for this unboxing. The actual retail unit of this device won't come with this type of package. So let's begin with the first package. So this is a plastic cover, and it is showing here a clear glass-like material. I think it's a magnifying glass. Maybe TECNO is trying to imply that their new device has a big display with clear quality. So this is nice. Okay, the next box contains this. It's a brush. Okay, this one is tricky. Okay, this brush. Ano bang ibig sabihin ng brushes? I think TECNO is trying to tell us that their devices have cameras with beauty mode technology, and maybe it has some AI effects to beautify your subjects or shots nicely. Okay, that's nice as well. Okay, the next thing is in this side. Okay, I'll just move it a little here. This is a big box, and this is bigger than what I expected. Okay, the next compartment showed that it has this free TWS earphones. So nice. So it has this wireless earphones that you can use to your phone. Maybe TECNO is trying to tell us that their phones have Bluetooth connectivity and it can connect more than one devices. Actually, I think TECNO has technology called the audio share, and I'll tell you more about that in a bit. Next is the last box on this package. Oh, it has a free SanDisk Ultra Micro SDHC UHS-1 card. Okay, it's a 16 gigabytes micro SD card. Maybe TECNO is trying to imply that their phone won't need this anymore, or if it has a slot for micro SD, this can further expand its memory. So I think this phone has a large memory, especially for a budget device. Okay, now that we opened all of the 4 small boxes, let's now move to the main box. Now we are in the main box, and okay, I saw that's the phone, but I'll save the best for last. I'll move to this other box first. What is this? Sunglasses. Okay, it's cute red sunglasses. Okay, I think our niece will love this. I think that represents a dual camera setup. Next is this. What is this? Oh, it's heavy. And why is it heavy? It's a Red Bull. It's a Red Bull energy drink. So basically, I think that this means that it has a large battery capacity that will give you an all-day energy, or maybe even up to 2 days of battery life. And that's everything that we saw inside this special packaging of TECNO. The next thing that we will be unboxing is the actual phone itself, and we'll see you in a bit. Now for the main event, let's unbox the TECNO Spark 6 Go. TECNO Spark 6 Go, this is a device which highlights a 6.2-inch dot-notch display, 5000 mAh of battery, 13MP AI dual camera, 8MP selfie camera, and a 12 plus 1 months of warranty. This is not that common. Underneath the box, it revealed that the unit that I have is the mystery white colorway, and I got the 4 gigs of RAM with 64 gigabytes of storage version. There's also a variant of this device that has the 32 gigabytes of storage and 2 gigabytes of RAM, and it is running on a slightly different type of OS. It runs with Android Go, that is the lightweight version of Android. This one, it runs with the usual Android 10. So let's begin with the unboxing. The first thing that we will see, obviously, is the handset itself. Okay, I'll just put this one here first, as we will be checking that out later. Actually, guys, I like the color scheme of TECNO, this yellow and blue colorway. Okay, next is this. What is this? It shows here the IMEI of the device. That is the unique number of this phone. And next is, I think this is a case. Okay, so they have a paper document here that's highlighting that they have 12 plus 1 months of warranty. And yes, I am correct, it has a clear case, and this is a nice type of case. Although this is plastic and it isn't that flexible, at least it has a case. Remember guys, this is a budget smartphone, not a high-end smartphone, and this is a huge bonus since TECNO is generous enough to provide it with some sort of protection. And take a look at this, it has a nice design. It even has this Manchester City logo, and I think TECNO is an official partner of the sports club. Next is this paper. I'll see what it contains. It's the warranty card, just keep this one. The next thing that I saw is the power adapter. It is using a 5 volts and 2 amps of charger, not 1 volts and 1 amp. And yes guys, you will still find a charger in this packaging. And I think this is the smallest 5 volts 2 amps of charger that I've ever seen. This is equivalent to 10 watts of charging. Okay, next is an earphone. So I like that it has this earbud style of earphones with a single button and a microphone that you can use for calls. It's nice. Last is this. This is the charger, and it is a long type of charger with a USB-A port on the other side and a micro USB port on this side. If you will notice, it is still using micro USB, but that is just fine because this device is not a high-end smartphone. It starts at 3,999 pesos, and I don't really expect budget phones to have USB Type-C ports. I think that's everything that's inside the box of the TECNO Spark 6 Go. If you noticed, we didn't find any type of SIM ejector tool in its packaging like this one. Why? It doesn't need it. This device, it has a removable back cover. This is rare. It is rare for phones nowadays. So it has a removable back cover for you to insert your SIM and micro SD slot. So it has SIM card 1 slot here, SIM cards 2 slot here, and then you get the micro SD slot here. I think these are nano SIM slots. The battery is non-removable, but there are screws, so if you want to remove it, you may remove it. And as you can see here, this one is an NPC approved product. That means that this is an official smartphone in the Philippines. If you can notice, the TECNO Spark 6 Go is a very neat looking device. It is very stylish. It is modern looking. It has this tiny camera hump. Actually, the camera hump is almost non-existent. And it has this nice type of gradient colorway with different reflections and a textured light back. This is actually rare for a budget smartphone. The body is made out of plastic, But that's normal for entry-level smartphones. This still feels nice overall. And look at this, it is really slim. So on top, there's nothing on top. At right, you will find the volume up and down keys as well as the power key. At the back, I forgot to mention earlier that it has this rear fingerprint reader. Below, you will find that it has this micro USB port, not USB-C because this is a budget smartphone, along with the 3.5mm headphone slot and a microphone slot. In case you're wondering, this device, it has a speaker. The speaker is found on this area. This is the ear speaker, and that is also the loudspeaker of this device. In front, this uses a large 6.52-inch display with 2.5D curved glass, and it has a notch as well. The notch is housing the 8MP camera, and in case you are wondering, this device, it has an LED flash located on this side. And that is actually impressive for a budget smartphone, considering that this has a slim type of bezels for the price. Only the chin bezel is a little bit thicker than what we wanted, but that's normal on budget smartphones, as I always say. Like what I told you earlier, it has a hidden front flash here that you can use for taking selfies, especially in low light situations. That's nice. Now let's move to the highlights of the device. First is the large display. This one, it is sporting a large 6.52-inch dot-notch display with HD+ resolution, which is immersive and good enough for the price. It may not have the sharpest pixels around, but guys, look at this. This is still considered as respectable and decent, especially for a phone with a PHP 3999 starting price. As you can see here, you can still use this device for binge watching your favorite K-dramas, as the colors are actually decent overall, and it isn't that bad. This is not pixelated, and I find this to be decent in general, especially at this price point. This phone, it's not using the fastest chipset for the price. You will only find the 12nm MediaTek Helio A20 quad-core processor with PowerVR GE8300 GPU. And here, the Antutu benchmark showed that it failed to reach the 100K mark. But guys, the performance of this phone out of the box is actually smoother than what I expected. This is even smoother than a lot of phones with even faster processors that I've checked at this price point. Maybe the reason why this handset is still quite fast is TECNO's use of an optimized type of UI, which allowed me to open apps quite fast and even play some games on the lowest settings. For example, I was able to play this game. This is the Call of Duty Mobile on low settings with very minimal frame drops and respectable graphics. Aside from its use of the optimized HiOS version 6.2, maybe the reason why this device is smooth for the price is its use of a large 4GB of RAM with 64GB of storage. That is rare for a budget phone. The more RAM you have, the better your phone will perform in multitasking. Next, this device has the audio share feature. This allows a device to connect 3 Bluetooth speakers or 2 Bluetooth earphones. We will be trying that out in our full review and we will get back to you guys. But this is its app and it needs to connect to several speakers or several Bluetooth earphones. And then, this phone, it has a large 5000 mAh of battery capacity with up to 2 days of battery life on a single charge. With this, there's no need to carry a bulky power bank all the time. You can enjoy it to enjoy hours of gaming, playing videos, surfing the net, and being productive even if you are on the go. As you can see here, it has an AI smart power saving mode, and it even has a professional settings that reminds you if the power is low, and other battery optimizations. And as you can see here, the estimated battery life of this device is still about a day and 18 hours even if I have 34% left in my tank. At the back, despite being a budget smartphone, it is sporting a 13MP dual camera setup with AI scene detection and beauty shot. And for a budget smartphone, it has plenty of modes. It even has the auto HDR, AI camera that detects different scenes, video mode, slow motion, and bokeh. So it uses a secondary camera for that one. It even has this AR shot where you can choose different types of stickers to make your shots more fun. Now let's take a look at the first camera samples we took using the dual cameras of the TECNO Spark 6 Go. Let's begin. So far, we find its cameras to be good enough for taking daylight images with crisp details and respectable colors. Grain is a bit visible, but that is understandable on budget smartphones. We also like that it has a bokeh mode in case you want to artificially blur the background of your subject. Of course, it isn't perfect, but at least that feature is there. Indoor shots are alright, even if there are times where we notice a few yellow casts. At least it is detailed for the price. In low light, the AI of this device really helps. While our shots have more grain than our daylight and indoor shots, it surprisingly retained the colors in the photos we took. This is not bad considering that this phone doesn't have a dedicated night mode. Selfies are alright too and reasonably wide enough to fit up to around 3 people on a single frame. You will also find a beauty mode and cute AR stickers as well. Even in low light, while grainy, these are not bad for the price. TECNO Spark 6 Go also shoots up to 1080p at 30 fps with respectable details and a wide enough dynamic range. Expect it to be a little shaky though because this doesn't have EIS or OIS. As of the moment, we think that the TECNO Spark 6 Go is a near no compromise device. This should be great for those who are in need of a stylish looking handset with a large display, ample speed, long-lasting battery performance, decent cameras, and plenty of cool other features that are not common on budget smartphones. As mentioned earlier, the chip of this device may not be the fastest for the price, but it gets the job done. This is probably due to its use of the large 4GB of RAM and the optimizations that TECNO made. The price? This device starts at 3,999 pesos for the 2GB of RAM and 32GB of storage version, and 5,490 pesos for the 4GB of RAM with 64GB of storage. To recap, this is now available at TECNO partner stores in the Philippines. You may check the description below for the list of stores. So, what do you guys think? Let us know in the comments. Please like and subscribe. We will fully review this device, so stay tuned. Again, this is Peter of GIZGUIDEPH.com. Thank you so much for watching. Stay safe and bye-bye.